Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Tampa.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the...
You ready to haul? Bring it here. Hey, Hal, you ready?
A first carry for Rachaad White.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
First down, here's White.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. White again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard
Good play.
line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
This 2nd and 4.
They run straight ahead here with White. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
To throw, Mayfield. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rashad White.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Cook again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen off the play fake.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
So he picks it.
Wow.
Brings it all down inside the red zone.
And he took a gamble, didn't he, Brandon? I mean, he intercepted that in the end zone. Could have taken a knee there. They get the ball in their own 20. Great job taking the ball away. But he takes that chance, brings it out, and boy, what a conversion that turned out to be.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown.
That's crazy.
Mike Evans, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
That hurt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing now is Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now this time, Allen will throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Play action. Now it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
from 13 yards out.
And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jair Elam makes the pick.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Allen now looks to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Allen going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The offense is always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. On play action, Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start the drive with White. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
From midfield, here's Allen.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
2nd and 7. Allen going to change this at the line.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Motion man is Shakir.
Now Allen. Flushed out right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper from 17 yards out.
And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll start the drive with a give to White.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
They stay on the ground with White.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tucker. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Second and 6 coming up.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On a handoff, it's White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. To throw is Allen.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Allen. That's complete. It's Cook. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Throwing is Allen.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Here's Allen. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal. I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Opting to run again here with White. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 139 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. A third down gain of 19. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
First down, here's White. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Mayfield down. He completes it right side to White. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Mayfield to throw.
And he's got it.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one
That's
by
crazy,
land, two
bro.
by sea. He didn't mention air.
Nigga, that's crazy,
Now,
bro.
we're seeing a big-time performance.
They ain't even let me
That's 2
jump,
touchdowns so
bro.
far in this game.
That's
Where'd you pull
crazy.
that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I
That,
actually
man.
listen to history class.
Bitch ass
And
nigga.
you're just
They
a
ain't
scholar all
jump.
the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Inside give to Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Allen.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Allen running right on the option. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Allen eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now this time, Allen will throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Now Allen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Allen going to throw. And it's incomplete.
Man, come on, man, bro. Come on, bro.
So it's a win for the Bucs here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback.
Just wide open,
Mayfield.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he's instrumental in earning this victory.
God damn.